Alright guys, see this big stack of books? That's because it's a book haul time. This is all the books I collected in September, which is so much fun. All the books I collected in September were brought to you by used bookstores. Oh, except for one. One came from my friend. So yeah, I've mentioned this before. I have a friend who works in the library, and so I got an advanced reader's edition of a book that's been out for a little bit, I believe, but it's Lady Clementine by Marie Bennett. This Lady Clementine, if you don't know who she is, for all you non-history buffs, is the wife of this guy who is famously known as Winston Churchill. He's got a very famous face, looks like a little bald baby head. Winston Churchill. So this is the woman who stood by him through 2 wars in England and helped him through it all. And so yeah, I would love to read a story about her. Very, very cool. And I love historical fiction. Absolutely love it. Especially women who are alongside powerful men. Always good. Or man alongside a powerful woman. Either way, good. I'm excited for this. She said nobody had picked this book up, and she's like, I think it's something you would like to read. And I literally read the first line of the synopsis, and I was like, yes, I'll read it. Yes, 100% I'll read it. So put this right here in my wanna read pile, which is huge, guys. It's so big. The next book is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Last year I read Circe by Madeline Miller, and it was a very, very, very well done book, and it was huge, and it was popular, and everybody loved it, but I didn't like the story about Circe. I don't really like Circe. But this was her other very, very big book before it. I like Achilles' story a lot more. I think he's quite more fun. So I'm excited to read it because she did a phenomenal job at the Circe story. Even though I didn't even like the character, even though I didn't want to read about her, I still read about her. And it was a long book. It was a beautiful cover. I'll try and maybe put it up over here if I can. But can't wait to put this one up. So yeah, if you've seen that Circe cover, I'm sure some of you guys have. This was her original, which says it's winner of the Orange Prize in 2012. That was a pretty long time ago. But yeah, when I saw this in a used bookstore, and I don't think the person read it because the book doesn't even open, you know when books don't open, you're like, nobody read that book. Nobody did. Oh, the next one I just picked up because I saw the word Krista Hannon, and it was 50 cents. As you know, I've become obsessed with Kristin Hannah this year, and this one is Waiting for the Moon. Waiting for the Moon. And the backstory kept me captivated. The story about a girl who doesn't really know where she is, doesn't remember a lot of things, I believe. I don't really know the whole story. And then there comes a guy who is kind of lost as well. It's not very thorough, but it was captivating enough. And I really like Kristin Hannah's writing, so I'm gonna read it. And it was 50 cents. It's a mass paperback. Oh my gosh, that's what she used to look like. Cool. Anyways, well, compared to her picture now, she looks the same as she always did, but compared to her picture now. Where is my book? Where is it? Oh, it's right here. I'll show you guys. So I have all this book right here. To All the Boys I Loved Before, if you guys can see that, if that's on camera. If not, I'm sorry, I'm pointing to it. But I've never had the full collection of this series. So I have P.S. I Still Love You, and then Always and Forever by Laura Jean. I did not like this one as much, but I kind of like having the full collection. They're beautiful book covers. I might display them once my bookshelves finally get built. But yeah, now I have the full collection. I'll add it to this one down here if you guys can see that. But these are huge hits. I don't really need to go on and on about them. There's a movie. Watch it on Netflix. Go for it. It was a huge hit when the very first book came out. People really liked it. And it's To All the Boys I Loved Before. She writes a letter to all the boys that she previously loved before, and then her sister goes out and sends them out. So it's a little bit of cringeworthy there, but it's a cute little romantic love story in the end. The next one is by J.A. Radomski, which I read 2 of her other books. And this one is called The Moment of Letting Go. This is the story about a girl who has got a very driven path life, and then a boy who's not. He is a surfer, and if you've ever dated anybody who's in sports or anything, or known anybody, sports is a really iffy market. It's kind of being an artist and you don't really know where you're going. And so for a career driven person, it's kind of uncomprehendable in their mind. And she is a successful career-driven person. She finds herself on vacation in Oahu, meets a surfer. That's the little story. I did enjoy her other books. They were pretty good from what I remember. They were quite a bit a while ago. They were probably over a decade ago. I read her other two. But yeah, when I saw this, I was like, oh, it sounds like a pretty good story. These books, I've been collecting just because, well, the sticker doesn't come off, but these books I've been collecting because they're so huge. They're gonna take me forever to read. I heard they were really good, so I think I have, this is Fall of the Giants, and I think I have Pillars of the Earth, but it is a trilogy. This is book one, obviously, and I heard they're really, really good, but for me, I'd rather own something like this, especially if it's only gonna cost me a few dollars to own it, because, I mean, it's a paperweight. I better really enjoy these books if I get through this first one. But everybody says they really do really like these, so hopefully that's the way mine goes as well. And then the last book I'm really, really excited about, because literally I have been on a waiting list for this book forever. One of my waiting lists says I'm like person number 1,000. I mean, some of them are closer, like on the waiting list for the library, sorry, and I have like several kind of different library accounts of trading books, but like one of them said I was like 1,000. One of them did say like 100 something, but I registered for like the normal book and the ebook and the audio book and the large print book, and I did this at like kind of different libraries as well, and like just nothing, forever and never and ever. So when I saw it in a used bookstore, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy it so I can read it. Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. This is a book set in history in 1969. Quite a while ago. Set in the South, I believe, right? Okay. So this is about a young girl who is just kind of opening up into the world and decides that she wants to be sexually explorative. And it is set in 1969. She's a marsh girl. Two guys come along, and there might be like a murder in it as well. I believe it says something about it, but everybody rants and raves about it. I can't wait to read it. I don't have to wait to check it out from the library, which I'm so happy about. I'm so glad I found this book, and I'm excited. A lot of people recommend it, so don't let me down, everybody who's hyped it up. Those are all the books I collected in September. A littler stack, but some really, really good reads that I'm excited for. And maybe I inspired you or check one out or anything. Please give this a thumbs up if you're still here, if you like book hauls, and don't forget to subscribe below. See you guys next time. Bye!